Hey, Taylor.
Hello. I need to go put some more lighting on. I feel like it's really dull here.
That's because it's so dark and it starts so early now.
My stove is working and then now it's like acting weird again. I know, I thought I'd fix it.
Okay, I'm muting myself here.
Me too.
I've got people in the background.
Hello, everyone. How are you? We are going to get started soon. Let me just finish typing up something. How's everyone doing tonight? Good.
Doing good, Amy. Thank you. How are you?
Good. I've got some wine because I'm going to get a little vulnerable today, and I feel like wine might help. So,
absolutely.
Super excited. So,
good idea. I might need a glass.
Go ahead and grab one. Okay. Let's, I just want to make sure it is recording. Okay. Let me see if, maybe we'll give it a couple minutes. What time is it? Okay. All right. Kyla, I am going to make you co-host. Can you just, I don't think anyone should get into the waiting room, but in case someone does. Oh, apparently I can't because I'm not the host. So, all right, well, we're just going to roll with it then.
Okay.
So, okay, guys, I'm going to get started. We will do the replay, but I don't want to waste take anyone's time. So cheers to everyone. This is going to be a really good one. Whatever you're drinking. I just started drinking again. I did 75 hard. So this is good. Okay. So cheers to everyone. We are going to get a little deep today, but I am so excited. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Amy Dequaine. I am in Chicago and I've been with Monat almost 3 years. So if I could tell you guys anything in my 3 years, it's listen to what people are telling you. Don't try and be better than them. Don't think you know more than them. I spent so much time trying to figure everything out on my own and thinking, oh, I know how to do that. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I wish I would have learned mindset day one. I wish I would have learned how to be truly coachable day one. But here's the thing. You just learn and you figure it out. And as long as you keep going forward, it's okay. So if you're not comfortable getting uncomfortable, it's okay. It's uncomfortable, okay? But as you learn these things, you will see not just your business, okay? This is not a business thing right now. You will see you grow. You will turn into this person that you never even imagined you could be. And that comes with personal development, working on your mindset, getting uncomfortable, and surrounding yourself with other people just like this. You hear other stories, you might see their posts. It's what really makes you grow, okay? So what I want to talk about today kind of goes in line with the live I did last week. If you saw it in the group, it's about your pivotal question. Not going to go over that one. It's in the group. Just go find it. It was on Wednesday, I think. But this is now your backstory. Okay. So these are all kind of going together and there's a reason for it. And it's because I'm being selfish. I am finally giving myself up to being 100% coachable and being vulnerable, getting uncomfortable. And the only way that I can do this, and I feel like I'm doing it honestly, is if I do it for you guys. So like I said, I'm a little nervous because I don't do this. Getting uncomfortable is uncomfortable. We are all humans. We have those feelings. So while you're sitting here like, I don't know how this girl does this, guys, I don't know how I do it either. But the only way to get comfortable doing new things is to keep doing them. So digging deep, admitting that maybe you aren't perfect, telling someone your story is hard. And you might cry and you might get angry and it might really dig down deep to things that you don't want to let resurface. But there's a reason that it's on the verge of resurfacing, and that's because you're getting ready for a breakthrough. So with full disclosure, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist, I'm nothing with that stuff. I am just a busy mom trying to help other people. And I invest in coaching. So this is something else that I do privately. I invest in coaching. So all of these things that I'm learning through a coaching program that I'm in, and it's called ILT. So I'm investing, I'm learning, and now I'm teaching it to you guys. And I love doing that. So don't think like, gosh, she's a genius. It's not me. It's this coaching program. It's Inner Circle through Ray Higdon. I just invest, shorten it, and then teach it. So let's imagine that you bump into someone, right? And everyone always has, oh, what do I say? What's the next script? Guys, imagine you bumping into someone and their hair is like this. What are you going to say to that person? Are you going to be like, oh, hold on. Shoot, I just need to say, no, you're going to talk to them, okay? This is the same thing. So if I were to bump into one of you and we're talking and I don't know, we just feel like we connected really quick. Who are you? When was the last time you asked yourself that question? Who am I? What's your answer? Okay. What is your story? Can you shorten that? You know, you'll hear people say you have to know your elevator pitch. It should be 2 minutes. And that is before Monat, now I found this is how I feel. That's like an elevator pitch. That's what you should have. But that comes with what your story is. You can't be like, oh, hi, my name is Amy. Before Monat, nobody cares. You're not a robot, you're a human, okay? Where did you come from? Okay, so I came from Chicago. Well, yeah, but like nobody cares where I came from, like physically. They care who I came from, what house, what school. They care about that. That is where did you come from, okay? It's a story. Just because you're from Chicago or you're from Alaska or China, nobody cares. What they care about is who you are. That's where you're going to get that connection, okay? So these are things that if you cannot answer those 3 questions, I'm going to help you with that. Do not write these questions down, okay? After this, I will post them in the group because they're kind of long, so you don't have to write them down. But I want you to listen, okay? So I'm going to encourage you to put your pens down right now, get comfy, sit back, and just think of these questions and the answers that pop into your head, okay? There are 8 questions, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time watching everyone's wheels turn. I just want you to be fully present while I'm asking these questions. And then I'm going to tell you guys why and how to use these. Okay, so number 1. So this is called your backstory. So this is kind of formulating all of that. And it's telling who you are, your story, because your story matters. It doesn't matter if you've had a broken, messed up, crazy story life, or you've had this picture perfect life. Your story matters. Your story matters to so many different people. Okay, each part of your story can connect you to someone different. So here are your backstory questions. You're going to ask yourself these questions, and I want you to spend time writing the answers down, but I want you to truly take the time doing this. And I'm going to be honest, I did it. I did exactly what I'm telling you guys to do. I sat back, I listened, then I did the homework, and now I'm hoping to read it to you guys. It's not done. I have to dig deeper. My story is so much deeper than these answers. So this is a consistent thing that you're going to have to do, just like your business. You have to be consistent in business. You're going to have to keep digging deep. Okay, so here are your questions. Number 1, what is your backstory that gives you a vested interest in your journey? It could be anything. There's no right answer. Okay. Number 2, desire. What did you want to accomplish? the second part of that. External. What external struggle were you dealing with? This is pre-Monate, okay? Or pre-big life change, however you want to look at this, because this doesn't always have to apply to this. The third part of that. What internal struggle were you dealing with? Number 3. What wall or problem did you hit in your current or previous opportunity or life that prompted you to start this journey? So if you were on the Power Hour with me today, this was where this all came from. People, you had a reason. I don't care if your best friend held you up against a wall and said you're pressing that join now button. There was a reason your best friend wanted you to join now. Okay, there is a reason. Everyone had a reason for this. Number 4, what was the epiphany you experienced to start the opportunity you discovered? Number 5, what plan did you create to achieve your desire? Your desire was from number 2. Number 6, what conflict have you experienced along the way? Number 7, what was the end result you achieved? And number 8, what transformation did you experience? So like I said, I will post these, but I want you guys to make sure that when you decide to do this homework, you respect yourself enough to do it at a time where you're not going to get interrupted, because these all go in line with each other. So as you're digging and digging and digging, you're gonna be like, oh, yes. And you're gonna get in the zone because you're gonna answer these questions, okay? So now I'm gonna read you my backstory. And it's 2 pages, okay? So here's my backstory. And I'm writing it, I literally wrote the numbers and I answered the questions. The more you read this, the more you practice it, the more natural you're going to be. So you're not like this, like, ooh, she relates to 4. Hey, here is my story, my blah, blah, blah. You're going to be able to do this because it's your story. Okay. And I'm going to tell you guys this. This is my story. I do not want anyone to copy the words that are coming out of my mouth because it's not your story. This is my story. I don't care if you are a busy working mama of 3 boys. Do not use those words. Use your words because it's your story. What you can do is you can spend time creating your story, and maybe people will be brave and want to share parts of their story. And then you can say, wow, my friend Amy, do not tag people. Please respect people, not to tag them. And I'm asking you guys to do this. I don't care if you guys share my story tonight. Do not tag me in your post, okay? People don't need to know that it's me. And this is a personal thing that I'm choosing to share with the respect that you guys are not going to tag me, okay? So, but this is what the point of this is learning stories from other people and sharing their story. Do not tag people when you share their story. They're not going to get upset. Well, she didn't tag me and she told my story. Nobody cares. It's just like a before and after picture. You do not have to tag the person that you are sharing their picture. You can say, my friend Amy, don't tag the person, okay? And if you do not want that, then don't share your story, okay? So here is my story. You guys remember the question. So I'm just going to kind of read it. It might be kind of choppy because it is the answers. So I was a busy working mom of 3 in corporate America with a husband working 12-hour shifts at night. We passed each other often, had babysitters regularly, and scrambled when someone was sick and had to go home. I loved working and loved earning money and feeling worthy and successful. I always wanted to grow within each company and earn titles and make a lot of money, so money was never tight for me. I always gave 110%. The external struggle that I had was I was a mom living in the suburbs. I never stayed late at work, never went out drinking. I used my lunch breaks to work out or pump because I was always having a baby. That was my only alone time. So I never made friends at work because I was busy being a mom. The internal struggle I had was that I never fit in because I had mom commitments and knew that was my priority, even though I wanted to go out with my coworkers all the time. I'm a huge extrovert. and I love being in public, and I love drinking with people. And I never got to do that. We've been struggling with Troy being in the academy and his work schedule. It went fine, and I was able to work from home. Then things changed, and I had to go back downtown again. That created the wall struggle, the beginning to the end. My cousin died at age 36 in May of 2017. And that opened my eyes to the life that I was living. It was not the life I wanted to live anymore. I wanted to work from home, be there for my kids, see my husband. I wanted more memories because he didn't get those memories with his kid anymore. I decided in November, over the kitchen table, drinking with my husband, that I was going to start my own accounting company. I was going to still work full-time in corporate America with the goal to leave and work from home with this accounting company. I had no idea what I was going to do. I really didn't know how to have a company. I didn't even know what I was going to do or how I was going to make money or find clients, but I had known that I was going to do it. I'd figure it out. Less than a month later, I tried samples of a product. I fell in love after the first wash, and I heard I can make quick money. I knew this is what I needed to pay back the investment for my accounting company. And then I was going to leave the company, meaning Monate, because I just wanted money and that was it. The conflict I had faced is lack of consistent growth in my business with my teammates over the last 3 years. I've been working, so that's my conflict. My achievement though, okay? I've been working from home on my own since March of 2018, the day I left corporate America. I was still working with my accounting company, still figuring out all these fancy hair care products. But guess what? It was working for me, my husband, and my family. I've earned an income that allows me to be home with my kids. I've earned free trips, and I've impacted hundreds of lives. The transformation I've had is so much, but over the last year, I have found Amy, a woman, a leader, a friend, a role model, not just Amy the mom. And that's my backstory. So if I'm out at a bar and I'm completely clicking with a girl, I'm not about to tell her about my cousin because that's an emotional thing. But I could be talking to her and maybe she's drinking on a Friday at 3 o'clock right before she has to go and get her kids because that's the only time she has. And I would do that. Leaving corporate America, I'd get home from the train and I'd be like, oh, I could go to the bar for one drink with my friend who I worked with just so I could feel like Amy for a little bit before I picked my kids up from school, had to be mom all weekend as all my friends were out all the time. And don't think this is all about going out, okay? So I don't want you guys to think that like I have a drinking problem or anything like that. I had an identity problem. I really did. I love working. So as of right now, I still work from home. My kids go to school. My kids have gone to daycare. I am not a stay-at-home mom. I'm not ashamed to say I'm not a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. It's not my thing. What I wanted to be was more than just Amy the mom. I wanted to earn an income. I wanted to have a community. I wanted to feel like my brain was being used. I didn't want to just be with my kids, but my kids are everything. My kids are why I'm doing this. My kids are why I went to work. My kids are why I had babysitters. And my kids are why I'm here today. Because whether you have kids or not, you still have a story that matters to someone. And I can guarantee someone on here was like, oh, yes, that right there. You can relate to everyone, okay? This doesn't mean that my story, I can only talk to corporate America moms. That has nothing to do with it. It means that when I meet someone and they say that they live in the suburbs and they're 20 years old and single and can do whatever they want, but they work downtown, they're going to have the same struggle of how to hang out with coworkers downtown and then get their way back home to the suburbs. I can relate. Okay, so I just read you guys my backstory. This story, there are 8 different sections, technically 10 if you count the external and internal. I can drip this story into my life on my Facebook posts, in Instagram, stories, whatever, as I see fit. You can go line by line. How many busy working mom of 3 in corporate America people do you think there are? Tons. How many people have a husband working 12-hour shifts? Tons. How about one that works night shift? Tons. That is the first one sentence. That is one sentence. I just split into 3 separate posts, 3 separate series, 3 separate stories, 3 separate connections I can make with someone. And that's one sentence. So like I said, I want you guys to spend time on this story. Whether you think my story is good or not, I don't really care because it's not your story. It's my story. And my story is powerful to me. My story will connect me with the people I want to connect with. But don't forget that you don't have to completely connect with someone. I can connect with a single 18-year-old man who had a perfect life if I want. And I haven't even talked about the babies I've lost. That's another part of my story that I still have to dig deep down into. And that's what I'm talking about. As you keep sharing your story, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that part. Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. I didn't even talk about going away to college in a different town, in a different state. I didn't talk about getting divorced. I have so much story that I haven't even told. So this is the highlights or lowlights, however you want to look at it, of my backstory. If you truly want to dig deep into yourself, foster mom, yep, I forgot about that part of my story. I really encourage you to do your highlight reel, this right here, and then break it down. And if you can, break down every single year. See how far back you can go. Spend time in Excel or something that has a lot of lines and write what year you were born all the way up to 2020. And think, what were big things that happened in different years? Write down the years you graduated high school, 8th grade, college, when you got married, when you had a kid. Write those all down and then dig deep. Guys, this business is about connections. You have a story. People can connect with you on every single level. So I want you to stop worrying about other people. Stop comparing to someone else and be you. The crying, the laughing. Trust me, I haven't even talked about my funny things or how I'm klutzy or anything. You don't talk about that in here because I didn't. But these are all things that are me. And if you can't come up with 365 things to talk about you, you got to look in the mirror a little longer. I don't care if your favorite color isn't blue, it's mine. I can connect with someone whose favorite color is blue. And that has nothing to do with shampoo, although it rhymes. Anyways, guys, be you. And the more you are you, the bigger you're going to grow because people are going to relate to you. So that is this lesson. Just to be you. And this doesn't even apply to just Monat. Okay. When you know where you came from, you are going to be a better mom, friend, sister, daughter, wife, husband, brother, whatever. You have to, we're never told to do this. When has anyone ever told you to write out your life story? To share your life story? You know, when you're sitting on a train next to someone, you both have life stories, but you don't share those because it's weird, right? It's not weird. It's a reason for talking. Why do you have to talk about the baseball game that happened 3 months ago? Nobody cares about that. People do care about other people. And when you start showing up that way, other people are going to start showing up that way. And if you want to turn that into a business technique, when you share, I'm a busy working mom of 3 in corporate America, and that girl says, oh my gosh, me too. I hate how I feel. I'm such a bad mom. Boom, right there. You just got her pain point. That's it. It's just connecting. It's not being slimy. It's not being salesy. It's not being schemy. You're telling your story. Now, if you're a girl mom and you're going to tell my story, well, now you're being salesy and schemy and you got some issues. Better look in that mirror a little bit longer. But guys, I want you to know that you are special. Each and every one of you. And you have a story to share. And there are some people, I'm sure on this I'm sure a lot of people on this call have stories that they don't want to share. And that's okay. But I really, really, really recommend at some point you write that story down. Even if you never decide to share it with anyone, there are other people out there who have that same story that you don't want to share, and they're waiting for someone to talk about this story they overcame, this success. And that's what you need to do. So I can't tell you to do that if you don't want to, but I'm telling you, your lowest low, there is someone on the other side of this internet waiting in that same position to hear, I was in your spot and now I'm here. You have the power in you to change someone's life. So cry if you have to, go live if you have to. I will tell you guys, I did my very first live January 2018 because someone said, if you go live, you get to reach more people. And I was like, oh God, what am I going to talk about? You want to know what I talked about? My cousin dying and my grandpa almost, was he? Did he die? He was either, I think it was my cousin had died and I was pretty much my grandpa's caretaker. I was taking him to all these doctor appointments because, you know, I didn't have a real job. And that one live video has had almost 2,000 views, which to some that might be piddly and to some others might be like, holy moly, 2,000 views. It was my very first live video. So talk about setting the bar high. The videos where I am honest, vulnerable, spit up on me, tears coming down my face are the videos that get the most views, the most engagement, the most comments, and the most messages to me. Thank you so much for saying that. Because without that, I would have felt like I was a bad mom or I would have felt something. So the more you are normal and real, the more people are going to be attracted to you. Instead of pretending that you are this perfect person living this fantasy life like everyone else on Facebook, be real and be you. And I'm telling you, you're going to get farther. So I'm going to close this down because it is almost 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, wherever you guys are, maybe 6 o'clock, who knows, doesn't matter. But I really hope that this did something for you. And I really encourage you guys to spend some time by yourself every single day. And I get it. If you're a busy mom, I used to make the excuse because it's an excuse. I don't care who you are. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. You have a couple minutes to yourself, even if you think those little ankle biters will find you. Go in a closet, go in your bedroom, just a couple minutes to yourself every day and say, wow, I did this today. Wow, I cried on a live video today. Wow, I did this. Please recognize that what you do every single day is a great thing. And if you open your eyes in the morning and you don't get off the couch all day and you close your eyes at nighttime, guess what? You survived the day. So start being good to you. Be open, be honest, be respectful, don't lie to yourself, and be proud of who you are. When you are okay with you, the rest is going to come so natural because you're not going to care. You're not going to care what other people say because they don't know your story. So don't compare yourself to me. Don't say, oh, I don't have a story like that. Trust me, there is something in your story that you can relate to someone else. All right, guys, I'm going to shut this down. Actually, maybe I should read the comments. Sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. Okay, I'll have to read these again. It is scary. Okay, so Ramada, I'm going to call you out. I still want to take the leap to share my story, but it's scary. I want more time home with my family and to help my husband run his business as well. Love that you shared this. You're truly an inspiration. Listen, this isn't easy. Nobody wants to be vulnerable because you have all these things in your head thinking, oh my gosh, are they making fun of me? Oh my God, do they think I'm stupid? Did I just cry? Is my mascara running? Nobody cares. Okay, all that matters is you. Who cares what they think? You know what? They think that because they would never do it. So it is scary. Trust me, this is scary. That's why I have wine here. That's why I wrote it down and I had it right here. It's not easy, but it's your story. So just know that you share this one story, this one piece of your story. I really encourage you to do it. Someone on here that I won't call out wrote a really good post today, and it came from the Power Hour this morning. And I saw the likes, I saw the comments, and I don't even know if she got private messages, but I know that that story made me tear up because she literally wrote my story. And then I said, that's not my story. That's her story. But guess what? I connected to her because I felt the same way. And you know what that made me do? That didn't make me say, silly girl has my same story. No, it said, there's another mama out there working in corporate America that needs to hear my story. And you know what I did? I reached out to a mom in corporate America that I knew needed to hear this story. So you sharing your story might not get any engagement, but guess what? You're making an impact and people are watching you. They are watching you. If you think, well, nobody liked my post, I'm telling you, you're going to run into someone and they're going to be like, I saw your post 3 weeks ago on Tuesday at noon about this. And you're going to be like, why didn't you like it? Why didn't you comment on it? Because they don't want to. They don't know how much comments and likes mean to us. They are watching you. Okay. So the more you keep putting out there, the more that people are going to start seeing you. So don't be scared. Get uncomfortable. I promise you. I promise. There is no risk to doing this. It will only help you grow as a person, as a human, as a woman or man. I don't know who's on here. We're all women typically, but it will make you a better person. So if you are at all inclined to share a little piece of your story tonight, do it. Just do it. Someone challenged me on my team call tonight, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I know what it's like to blah, 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 blah. If you feel this way, know that you're not alone. I'm always here. That's it. Feel, felt, found, right? I know how you feel. I found a way out of it. Guys, just connect to people. You're going to impact them. And I see someone crying. So I know I impacted someone today. And that means my job today is done. So thank you guys for hopping on this call. I know this isn't a typical like team huddle, rah, rah, go do work. So I can yell at you guys and tell you to go do work, go make an impact, make that post, write your story. And I do encourage you to share it. Even just a little highlight, put it in the group and hashtag backstory so that people can share your story. Because just because you don't think you connect to someone, your story might mean something to me. And I might have a friend that really needs to hear your story. And that's what we're here for. We're a team, we're helping each other, and we're here to share each other's stories. So that's it, guys. Have a great night. Go share your stories, shed some tears if you have to. Just do it. I promise it will be worth it. All right. Bye, guys.